Welcome to W-MAIDIS. My name is TVH. Good morning. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to be doing two things. I'm going to be doing a summary of what we did during the Higher Options and Investment Conference that just ended in Port Harcourt yesterday. And then I'm also going to be using this as an ad and a medium to introduce the next set of mentees to our mentorship program. Alright, so essentially, what we looked at were higher options and investment opportunities, all right? So a lot of people have been wanting to do investment opportunities, and they have given their monies to people and they've lost it. While some that have tried to trade have tried trading and they've blown their account several times. In fact, statistics show that 80% of retail traders lose their monies into the financial market, all right? So the problem is why and how? But only 20% succeed. Now, if there is a 20% that can succeed, you can be among the 20% level. And that is what we do in W-MAIDIS. We get you into the 20% that are successful in the financial market. And the gap between both of you is the knowledge. Let me inform you that what you do out there, all right, downloading information from the internet, really might just be the reason for the problem, but you haven't. But let me firstly talk about the higher options and investment opportunity that we completed. Now, during the conference, we looked at several opportunities which include global stocks. On the global stocks, we looked at Apple, for instance. We looked at the farm weed industry. The farm weed industry is an industry that is combining weed, all right, with pharmaceutical. And this is one of the most thriving industries in the United States of America today, all right? We also looked at the soy meat industry. That industry where they are beginning to convert soya beans into meat. All right, this is going for vegans and for those who are avoiding beef or animal flesh. All right, and these industries are growing massively. So how can we leverage and buy these things? How can we be part of these programs? Hello, friends. It is glad for me to announce to you that W-MAIDIS can connect you to where the platforms where you can actually buy shares from these companies, all right, and see your investment grow. It is better for you to monitor and manage your investments yourself, and that is just the simple truth. All right. Beyond Apple, you have been using Apple phone for more than 5 years, for more than 3 years, for more than 10 years. An Apple phone currently, the current Apple phone is worth about $1,500. But will it surprise you to know that Apple share is less than $200? So in the next 5 years, your $1,500 mobile phone is going to lose value, depreciate, and drop. But the value of the share is going to be rising. So with lesser amount of money, I buy shares. But with a higher amount of money, you buy the product as a consumer. So the consumer loses his product after 5 years. But the investor's share appreciates over time. So I'm not suggesting that you should not use the product. But if nobody coerced you into using the product, why should somebody have to coerce you to use the shares? Where you're going to make more money from? I have an uncle who bragged over Mercedes-Benz that he will die on Mercedes-Benz and that he has been buying Mercedes-Benz for the past 40 years. But guess what? He doesn't even have a Mercedes-Benz shares. Imagine if he bought Mercedes-Benz shares 40 years ago. These are companies that we know that will last into time. They have been built to last. Why don't you take advantage of these companies and buy the product? For instance, MTN came to Nigeria. And MTN has been in Nigeria for at least 20 years. And for some of us here, we probably have used MTN even from South Africa before it even came to Nigeria. Some of you have used your MTN SIM cards for over 15 years, for 25 years, for 20 years, for 10 years, for 5 years. And you've been buying airtime and buying data. But I'm not suggesting that you should not use it. Of course, it has been very helpful for you. But what if you bought MTN shares 10 years ago? What if you bought Coca-Cola that you have been drinking for more than 40 years? What if you bought the shares 40 years ago? What if you bought the shares 5 years ago? And if you did not buy it 5 years ago, why don't you buy it today? Why don't you secure your future by doing the right thing? So W-MAIDIS through TVHM will bring you to bear to bring these things to light and show you how you can engage on these things. All right. So it's not about just giving your money to somebody and say, take, go and trade for me and bring me returns. How much are you going to bring for me? I hear people say all of that, but you forget that you are just doing the 100% risk. Nobody can manage your investment better than you, and that is just the simple truth. So during this conference, we looked at these shares, we looked at MTN. You've been using DSTV for more than 30 years, for more than 5 years, for more than 3 years. Have you checked on the shares? lately to see that it's an opportunity for you to buy. There is a digital shift today. We are gradually moving from brick and mortar business where we have to see face to face to e-commerce. And then one of the applications that we use regularly for our e-meetings is the Zoom application. Recently, I was studying the Zoom application chart and I realized that it's at a strategic level and we'll be resuming a buy soon. So we are ready to take on a buy and hold this opportunity for the next 10 years. These are privileges and opportunities, investment opportunities with higher options that we can leverage in and count on for success and for profits tomorrow. Yeah, so guys, these opportunities there, we have them also in e-currencies. We trade the forex market, we trade the index market. As a matter of fact, anything that has a chart is tradable. But what do you need to trade it? Somebody will be asking me there, TVHM, what is your strategy? Unfortunately, we don't use strategy in Dove Light Effort. Yes. So count all those strategy as bygone. Forget about them. None of them is going to help you. If you have traded before, please mention one strategy that you know that has been helpful to you. So I had to dump everything, removed everything from my chart. I was a loser for 5 years. But I kept on telling myself, if I do not break into the upper 20, I'm not going to let this market go. And I'm proud to let you know that I'm not just successful, but I have trained successful students. As a matter of fact, there is a warranty on our services. When you go through our program for 2 months, the other 4 months where you're going to be undergoing vetting of your work, it's with warranty. As a matter of fact, the things you'll be analyzing, the assets you'll be analyzing during this period of your mentorship program and vetted, we have a warranty of up to over 80% success rate. I mean it, we have a warranty of over, I'm not saying 80, over 80% success rate in your analysis. How about that? Can you beat it? And it's pure price. Somebody will say, is it not price action? Is it not candlesticks? And the rest of them. Oh my God, I'm sorry. Candlestick is just the kindergarten level into price language. So during the 8-week mentorship, what we'll be doing, the first 1 week, we will be looking at the MAIDIS touch, the beginner's level of the MAIDIS touch, where in case you have not known anything about the financial market, you've not even heard about Forex before, everything I'm saying right now looks overboard and flying over your head. We are going to be taking the linguists one after the other and following it from a very beginner's touch, and anybody, just anybody can learn. I've trained retirees, I've trained the elderly, I've trained the young, I've trained the very, very young. You are 8 years old, you can participate in my class. And you are 60 years old, you can participate in my class too. So in that first week is the MAIDIS touch, where the beginners are grown into the community. And then the second week, we will now look at price action. All right, we look at the Japanese candlesticks and the price action, the anatomy of it, the structure and everything. And we are done with that. But that is just the beginning. And then in the third week, we'll now begin to look at what we call the interbank price delivery algorithm, how the banks deliver price. The banks and the institutions have 4 ways of delivering price. And once we're done with that, we go into the next week, which is the 4th week. This is where the game changer begins. The 4 levels where price do reversal. All right, the 4 levels where price do reversal. As a matter of fact, there's a natural rhythm of price, and there are only 4 natural levels where price reverses. A lot of people have talked about head and shoulder, support and resistance, and all these are subjective. You ask this one, how do you draw your lines? Do you draw them on the highs, or on the lows, or on the close, or on the opens, and the rest of them? Too many subjectivities. You draw indicators on your chart, you put up the ropes called moving average, you put up the scaffold called Fibonacci swings, and drawing one line or the other from this point to the other. Excuse me guys, we are not doing construction here. We are traders. It's technical analysis. And there's a natural flow of price. How do I find my trend? Do I use D1? Do I use H4? Do I use H1? And so many questions. A lot of subjectivity. Our approach to the market douse subjectivity by 101%. So what I'm seeing is the same thing the other trader is seeing, and it is very clear and explicit. We have warranty on our services. And once we are done, we confirm you a legendary technical analyst with precision, great entries, great exits, and great setups. So in the week 4, we do the 4 levels of price. We go down to week 5. We continue there. We go to week 6. We talk about swing assessment and the rest of them. Get to week 7 where we go into price theater. At the price theater, we begin to do specimen dissection. We do rotations. We look at different assets. You begin to grow yourself. You begin to see your skills. You are proud of the analysis you make. You take your trade and you go to bed. You sleep with your 2 eyes closed. You are relaxed. You don't begin to jump up and down, checking your trade inside Keke to know whether it's going against you or not. Excuse me? Gone are those days. This is about time for you to take the right information. But firstly, one of the biggest challenges I've had training students is on learning all the stuff you have ever learned from the internet or from different trainers that claim that they are traders with no evidence, with absolutely no evidence of professional trading experience. So here we'll give you the best. And guess what? During this period while you are learning, we connect your account to Alexis, our artificial intelligence, to be trading for you, so you don't blow your account. So the period of your learning is not marred, all right, by practice experience. Okay? So during the period of your learning and your mentorship phase, even up to 6 months after you have done this, your account is connected to Alexis, and Alexis is building your portfolio for you. By the time you are done as a legend, for instance, Alexis cannot trade better than TVHM. No, I created it. I created Alexis with my team. Alexis cannot do better than me. When I take a trade, I finish the work. All right? Alexis is very good, but of course, it's a system, it's an algorithm, and I created it. All right? So also, we are creating powerful and legendary traders. I have warranty and a seal on you once you are done through the class. And guess what? These things are coming to, you know why? Someone will be asking, so if you're profitable, Mr. Godson, if you're profitable TVHM, so why are you coming to train others? Don't you think that when your strategy, that's the where they miss it, it is not a strategy. And that is why we say in Dove-like FX, an end to chasing strategy. Dove-like FX, an end to chasing strategies. And during our mentorship, we call it the W-MAIDIS series. Watch me as I do it and learn the unforced reading of the market. Watch me as I do it series and learn the unforced reading of the market. I cannot be showing you analysis on a demo account. We show you live. We go live. We understand the market executions that we use. So in this conference, we have been able to show you the opportunities that exist. And we are telling you now that, I'm telling you now that the next set of mentees will be adopted into the W-MAIDIS series 004 edition. That's the 4th edition of the W-MAIDIS series. So get ready to join the 4th edition of the W-MAIDIS series, which will be starting on the 20th of September. That is, I think, 2 Mondays ago, 2 Mondays to come. So after next Monday, the upper Monday, the W-MAIDIS series, the 4th edition of the W-MAIDIS series will commence. And what opportunity do you have? Guess what? We have brought it very low. To actually attend my course is $1,000 US. To attend my course is $1,000 US. But we are giving you the privilege to get on board on this course, where you will go through the 2 months mentorship. Your account is connected to Alexis, and you have 6 months support with TVHM in Dove-like FX. That is really amazing. We are not here to leave you by the roadside. So for the next period, you end up becoming a part of the community. I have never trained any person who went out there and felt alone. It's a social community that we are building, and we are making sure that we get traders into the 20% successful traders, not in the 80% losing traders. When you join Dove-like FX and study and follow the principles and the ways that we use in trading, the natural ways we use in analyzing the market and trading, it's your end of making deposits to a broker's account. Your job will be to be withdrawing. Your job will be to be withdrawing. Your job to be withdrawing. In Dove-like FX, we withdraw, we don't deposit. You have been depositing to brokers since. This is an end to it. Why not take advantage of this and have my warranty for it? My name is TVHM, and I'm your one-stop plug to your financial solutions. Thank you very much, and do have a pleasant day. See you in the W-MAIDIS series on the 20th of September 2021. Thank you. Goodbye.